Wow, my name is Minecraft17 and this is a tutorial on how to set up a death counter and compass for Minecraft Manhunt on Bedrock Edition. And just so everything's clear, all of the commands that I'm going to be using in this video will be in the description of the video, so you can copy and paste them there, or if you just need to look at them a little bit easier. Alright, so the first step that we're going to take here is you need to type in this command no matter where you are in the world, no matter what dimension. Normally they would get unloaded if you don't have this. So you're going to type /tickingarea, with no spaces, and then space, add, and then 6 tildes after that, and then press enter. So I already have one set up here, and I've marked that out. You don't have to mark it out if you can just do the math in your head to figure out what the area is. But if you can't, that's alright, you can just mark it out. Alright, next up, we're going to want to give ourselves a command block. So to do that, we're going to type /give. Then you can either type your username, or you can type @s, like that. And then command_block. And press enter, and you'll have a command block. For our first command block, we're going to want to make sure that the arrow on top is facing a certain way. If it looks like a circle, then you need to make sure that it's an arrow. Then we're going to go into this command block and we're going to type this command in /scoreboard space players space add space @a. You can expand the command block if you need to. You're going to need a square bracket, L equals 0, comma, LM equals 0, and a closing square bracket, space, deaths, space 1. That is the whole command for this first command block. And then also, I'm going to need to set this to repeating. Make sure that this says unconditional, which it should say by default, and change this to always active. And then that is it for our first command block. Our second one, we're going to crouch and place it on the side of that. So again, we need to make sure the arrow is facing in the same direction as this one. Then for this command block, we're going to type /xp 1l space @a square bracket L equals 0 closing square bracket. And then we're going to set this command block to chain, unconditional, and always active. Alright, so that's that one. Our next one, we're going to do the same thing with facing, so arrow has to face the same way. And then for this one, we're going to type /give space @a space compass. And set this to chain. This one has to be conditional, and then always active. And that is that command block. Alright, in our next command block, you can put anywhere inside the ticking area, but I like to set it up this way. I'm going to have it here. I don't think that the arrow matters, but if you would like to, you can place it so that there's a circle on top. And then in this one, I'm going to type /scoreboard space players space add space @a space deaths space 0. And then make sure that this one is set to repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this next command block is optional. I like to put it down for quality of life, I guess. So it has to be separated from the other ones. I'm going to go in here and type /clear, and then you're going to want to put the name of whoever's running here. So like in my videos, it's me. So I'll put my username, and then compass after that. And then set this to be repeat and always active. So now, if I were to try to pick up a compass, You see it clears it immediately. And that's useful because of the way that this is set up, so that whenever a runner dies, everyone gets a compass. So if you didn't have this, your inventory would have probably a lot of compasses in it if you're doing a video like mine. And then I believe this is the last command block you can put anywhere. I'm going to put it up here. And for this one, this is just the compass command. So we're going to type /execute space and then your runner's name again. So I'm just going to put mine in. And then tilde space setworldspawn without spaces. Just like that. I'm going to set that to repeat and always active. And then for this, you'll notice it starts spamming the chat. So your next move should be to type into the chat /gamerule commandblockoutput with no spaces and then false. That'll stop the command block from spamming the chat. Okay, so this is how this should be set up. If you want to set it up like I do, you don't necessarily have to set it up like this. Just make sure that these three are in a row and facing each other. So, our next move is going to be to open the chat again. I'm going to type /scoreboard space objectives space add space deaths space dummy space deaths. And then hit enter. So that adds the objective deaths to the scoreboard, which is how we're going to count deaths. Then our next command is going to be /scoreboard space objectives space setdisplay space list space deaths. And here you can do either ascending or descending. If you want the person with the highest amount of deaths to be on top of this list, then you should set it to descending. And when you're done with that, press enter, of course. And then now, you'll see when you open the pause menu, your death count will be right there. So to test this out, put myself in survival mode. And then I'm going to set my spawn point here so I don't go somewhere else when I die. But you'll notice I have one level. So the way that this is set up is it gives everyone one level, and if it detects that you've gone below one level, it'll count towards the deaths objective. So you'll see that now. If I type /kill, I'll die, of course. And when I spawn back, you'll see I have one death now. That went far. So the last thing that you'll want to do is to prevent the runners from, or the hunters from spawning on you all the time because of this command block. Once everyone's in the world, you'll want to type /spawnpoint at A. This will set everyone's spawn point to your location where you stand when you put in that command. I hope that you found this tutorial useful. If you did, like and subscribe. If you didn't, like and subscribe. And I will see you in whatever video you watch from me next. Goodbye.